severe weather all across Miami-Dade and Broward counties. The best thing you can do is stay where you are at. Do not venture out anywhere. The rain and the wind is only part of the danger equation. You're also going to get flying debris in the form of palm fronds, branches, metal sheets of zinc that have gone flying out of roofs, sticks, anything that can be picked up, chairs, tables, things that were left in backyards. All of this is going to be flying right now. They are missiles, they are projectiles, and at least a structure can withstand it. But if you're outside trying to take a peek at what's going on, a neighbor left a chair outside, that gets picked up, flies around, and it could impact you. So we want you to stay inside, indoors, watching, listening. We're going to keep you updated as to what is happening across the area. Throughout the Keys, stay there. Just stay put. Throughout Miami-Dade and Broward counties, please remain in your homes, stay listening, watching, and we'll let you know exactly what's going on. That's the very latest. Sending it back to you guys.
Yeah, you're talking about Broward County, Phil. No choice. The curfew in Broward has been extended until 10 a.m. Monday morning. 10 a.m. Monday morning. But really, do you need a curfew? Do you really need to go outside? Yeah, exactly.
This is a live look outside our North Bay Village studios, our tower cam pointing to the, I guess that's the east, the south and the east, just next door to us there. And you can see it's windy and it's rainy and the surf has kicked up, and that is for sure. One now, though, to check back in Broward County.
Steve Shapiro is in Hollywood for us live with what's going on there. How you doing, Shap?
I've been better. I've been better. We're trying to stay undercover at least until you came to us. We're going to walk out in the street. We're on Garfield Street in Hollywood. I'm with Scott Tobin, our photographer. We're looking towards the beach. Keep it on me for a second, Scott. I just want to say, I know that a lot of our younger reporters probably wouldn't say this. We're getting close to this has got to be over. It's dangerous out here. I know that we have a lot of content to fill, and we want to keep people informed, but the joke is over out here, people. If you've been watching me for the last 27 years here, you know that I like to have a good time and I joke around a lot. I'm not joking today. This is bad. Stay home, stay out of it. We'll do the best we can, but romper room is over. There is no more play. This is bad out here. Bad, really bad. All right, Scott, let's show them what we're looking at here. We're looking towards the beach. We're looking east on Garfield Street in Hollywood, off of A1A. It's blowing pretty good here. You know, it's funny, but news managers and news directors have told me over the years, you sports guys are pretty good at doing news, at doing hurricanes, and that's because all we do is describe what we see. We describe the action, and there is plenty of action out here to describe. Not only, you all right? You okay? Not only are we seeing trees blowing, but we are feeling the winds, and more than that, we are feeling the sand coming off the beach. We must be 100 yards back, maybe 200 yards back. We're getting pelted with sand. It feels like little needles just keep pelting us in the face, in our eyes. My face is full of sand now. My hands are full of sand. It's awful. We can also hear, besides the wind, we can hear the movement of trees. Craig, you'll know this from being up north. When you put a piece of dry wood in a fireplace, you hear that pop, you hear that crack. These trees, of course, are wet, but when they bend, you still hear that same crack. You can hear wood cracking in these palm trees. Oh, man. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to hold this microphone out. Tell me if you can hear this. You know what? I talked earlier when I was on Fort Lauderdale, and I had a wind gauge at the time, and it flew out, and it just kept going. I can't imagine what this wind is like. I can't accurately count how many hurricanes I've covered now. Gotta be 6, 8 hurricanes. This is about as bad as I've been in. Oh man, it got stuff blowing around. we'll try to get back into the garage here, Scott. It's blowing pretty good. The only thing is when we go inside into these garages, sometimes in the garages, the wind tunnel that it creates inside the garage is actually greater than the wind outside. I don't know, Scott, can you show like across through the garage, the wind that's blowing and the rain on the other side of the garage? Again, we're at Garfield Street in Hollywood. It's getting really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
Listen to what Phil tells you, man.
Shap, you were talking about the wind gauge, that you lost the wind gauge and you don't know what the wind is? Well,
did you find it?
No, I did not. No, I did not. But the Weather Office has given us a couple of reports. Over in Port Everglades, there was a sustained wind of 60 miles an hour with a gust of 86 miles per hour. So that's some pretty serious business there. Hurricane, 86 miles an hour is a hurricane, a Category 1 wind gust. So that may be possibly what you're feeling.
Yeah, I can promise you this. It's starting to get difficult to walk in it. And again, not just from the wind. Did you lose the audio?
No, you're there.
Not just from. All right, not just from the wind. I'm talking about walking against the wind, not just from the wind, but we're walking into flying debris, and we're walking into sand, and we're walking into rain, so you can't see. So it's not just the 60 miles an hour of sustained wind or the 86 mile an hour gusts. And you can see across the garage what it's blowing like, and this is blowing from the beach west in Hollywood. But it's also, what your eyes can focus on and how you can keep your eyes open so you can see where you're going. I started this live shot by saying the joke is over, and I'm not kidding. We're getting really, really close to having to stay inside. All right, guys.
Okay, Steve. We'll let you take a quick break here, but he makes a good point. At this stage of where we are, it might look like it's okay to be able to walk around outside there. Oh wait, Brent Cameron, you think you found Steve's wind gauge?
Oh, here it is. We've got one for you. Come back and get it, Steve. We've got your wind gauge.
But with winds of that, with gusts of that, or sustained just below that, even though it might look fine to be able to be outside, imagine the kind of debris that can get tossed around. Certainly something that could seriously injure someone.
And you just don't know. You're standing there, getting your video for your own, history, and the next thing you know, something flies away and whacks you in the head.
And a point I'd make, because a lot of people ask us all the time, well, if it's safe enough for you, what about the rest of us? Well, Steve also there with a crew out there, so if something's coming at him, and I've actually seen this before many years ago, a former colleague at a competing station where something was coming at her, their camera person screamed for her to move, and she was able to swerve before the thing hit her in the back of the head. So you're not out there by yourself. You've got another set of eyes keeping an eye on you while you're doing the television.
Oftentimes there's a live